How are you?
I'm doing well on a Tuesday morning. I'm just checking your hair. How's mine?
You're looking
It's
good.
all about hair today, so we got to
yeah.
do the hair check.
Yeah, you're looking
So we're
good.
looking okay.
That's right.
Megan Mitchell, how's your hair looking? We're
Megan
just checking
always
your
looks
hair over
lovely.
there.
Well, thanks. It had a lot of volume today, so it's starting to flatten out.
Do that.
But
No, do that again. The volume just there. You go.
Yeah. That's good.
wow. Well, here's what's happening in the news today. There's a new app at Sanford that will help schedule your appointments more efficiently. Our tech reporter Vicki Nguyen will have more on that. And today may seem like a nice day to most of us, and it will be, but for all the rain that we've had this weekend, it's still affecting cities across the state. Nina Carter will tell us how the flooding from this weekend is affecting Marshall. And as always, don't forget to follow us on Twitter. And with Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, today we're combining two classics, Peaches Foster and Shortcake. And you're not going to want to miss this one. This time of the year seems to be the best for markets to be making fresh peaches for a reasonable price. Learn how to make Peach Foster shortcake. Back to you guys.
Peach
That
is
looks
always
great.
good. So
Yeah.
we're having our house painted this week.
Okay.
And yes, and so you can't do that in the rain. So we are hoping that it will stay sunny.
Is it
and
going
well.
to happen?
Going to be sunny today and for most of the day tomorrow, at least until the noon hour for most of us. And here's your weather headlines for Tuesday. Sunny and warm. Highs are going to be in the mid to upper 80s, but 90s are possible in Montana and Williston. Winds lighten out of the south at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Now this morning we've got some issues with some patchy fog. We've had reports from the National Weather Service of visibilities down to about a quarter mile at times in Tioga. And you can see that right now you can see for about 6 miles in Williston and Hettinger, 7-mile visibility in Dickinson. Here's a look at that moisture map. Nothing going on today. Let's advance it to around 2 p.m. on Wednesday. So tomorrow afternoon we're looking at showers, and then look what happens as we run it through 9 a.m. on Thursday. Anywhere from a quarter inch to maybe an inch or more for some areas.
Explains why they were out so early this morning.
Yes.
All
Yes,
right.
and farmers will be working hard all day today as well,
right.
trying to
The
do
last
as much
harvest,
yeah,
yeah.
trying to
thank
get
you.
as much harvested as possible before it rains again.
All
right.
right. Now,
Thanks.
I'm sorry, didn't mean to
What?
cut off your thanks there, but I have a question for the viewers, something that you guys can help me with.
What's
now,
that?
Well, I wake up every morning with a frog in my throat.
I think you've given me your frog.
Well, and the thing is, I used to drink Diet Coke in the morning, and that would
Yeah.
get rid of it. But
Yeah.
now I don't drink that.
Okay.
And it's like there until 11,
You've got that, again, the raspy
I don't want that.
Kathleen Turner.
because nobody wants to
I
hear.
know.
Yeah, nobody wants to hear, their host go.
But I think you've given it to me. I've got the same thing going
I
on this morning.
apologize for that.
Wow.
But if you have a good, quick cure for that, please text or email or
Yeah.
something. Send us a Facebook message, something
Yeah.
to help us, and we will be. You'll appreciate it, and so will we.
Please help us with our frogs.
Our frogs.
Our frogs,
Yes, because
okay.
we were over here. All right.
Little known facts during the commercial breaks.
That's right.
Savannah Guthrie, the Today Show, recently had a little baby girl, beautiful picture. They named her Vale, and we found out what Vale means. V-A-L-E.
Because we kind of talked about that
Yeah,
yesterday.
okay. Vale is an Old English word that means valley by a stream. And they said that they named the little baby that because she was so calm and placid when she was born. Now, here's the thing that's going on now. Everybody's all agog about the fact that Savannah's not wearing 1 ounce of makeup. Her hair's, everything's natural, and everybody's just going, "Oh my gosh, Savannah's all natural. Oh, that's so wonderful." And I'm looking at this going, "Duh. She just gave birth to a baby. Why would she?"
Wait. Let me go put my makeup on. Yeah. No.
Why would she do that? Why would anyone do that? But we see it all the time with celebrities, okay? Take a close look. Not an ounce of makeup on that face. That is a beautiful mom face.
It is. She still looks beautiful.
Okay.
The baby is gorgeous.
So, okay, so everybody is posting on
Making
their...
a big deal about it.
They're making a big deal out of it. She doesn't have any makeup on. And I'm sitting here thinking, and I don't know if this is just being a guy, but I'm just going, yeah, so what?
Well, but the thing is, I have, of course, the same pictures every mom does, with
Okay.
the holding the baby and
Did you have any makeup on?
No, but when I look at the pictures, I think, okay, well, because my face, it's a lot of effort, and my face is all
Kind of puffy.
Yeah.
But you just gave life, for crying out loud.
I know, and it's not about you. It's not about you.
Women out there, lighten up.
That's right. If you have a
Just
baby,
lighten up.
If you have a baby, enjoy the moment. And although kudos to her for actually allowing the pictures to be taken and
Yeah.
shown.
Well, her husband was the one taking all the pictures, and they just tweeted them and put them on social media from there. So, anyway, so on a related note, if you just had a child, or if you're considering having a child, it's getting kind of pricey. Kids
Yeah.
are pricey these days.
Isn't that the truth?
The USDA, the U.S. Department of Agriculture, and why Department of Agriculture?
Because they're the ones who feed you.
Okay, all right, well, that makes sense. Every year they come out with a report on the cost of raising a child in this country. And they take a look at the middle income, all right, not high, not low, and then they divide it up in parts of the country, okay? The average cost of raising a child that was born, if you had a baby in 2013, last year, you know how much that baby's going to cost you? Until the age of 18.
I
Take a
can't.
guess. Take a guess.
$150,000.
$245,000.
$250,000.
340.
You got 6 kids, boy.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. The more kids you have,
The less.
the lower per child cost because they share everything.
Yeah.
What's the most expensive thing about raising a child?
Well, as long as they're healthy, it's
Yeah.
food.
Food?
Wouldn't it be food?
No.
Clothes.
Nope. Housing.
Oh, well.
All right, to put a roof over their head,
Okay,
obviously.
but I had to have a roof over my head, too, so.
Okay,
I don't
that
know.
was okay. And then the next biggest cost is food,
In my house.
transportation, healthcare, clothing, miscellaneous expenses. Now,
You forget how much teenagers eat.
we were talking about this before the show started this morning. You were telling me about what you've been going through, and I just harken back to when my kids were teenagers. Not so much Maddie, but Xander. When
It's
he,
the boys, yeah.
Oh my gosh. He would come over to my house, and he would open. The first place he would head for is the refrigerator. He'd open it up, just blah, 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 then the cupboards, blah, 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 and everything like that. And
My mother used to say, that for the longest time, the only thing I ever saw of him was his butt hanging out of the refrigerator.
well, according to this annual report again from the USDA, we here in North Dakota have a little bit of a better situation. The cost down slightly, not $245,000. $240,000.
Well,
a little bit.
still, don't look at those numbers, kids, if you're thinking about having a family, because the common wisdom has always been and still is, if you wait till you can afford them,
You'll
you
never
don't
have
have them, and somehow they get raised. So
Somehow, you just make it work.
you make it work.
Okay.
That's right.
Now, everybody loves, we're transitioning here, everybody loves those distressed jeans.
It seems to be the big deal.
I've never owned a pair in my life.
I've
I don't
distressed
get it.
my own. But
I have a hard time spending money on jeans with holes in
already
them.
worn out, right?
Tears, things like that. I know they're very hip. I know they're very trendy. I don't go for them.
No, I don't like it either.
Okay, but they are hip, they are trendy. And a zoo in Japan has now come up with a great idea to raise money for the zoo.
What would that be?
Check this out. All they're doing is they're wrapping the denim around big rubber balls and around tires, and then they throw them in the lion cage, in the lion and the tiger cage, and they
Oh
let
my.
the lions and the tigers and the bears, oh my, do this to the denim.
And then it's worth more because it was
And
actually
then they make the jeans out of them.
it was distressed by a lion.
It was distressed by a lion.
I'd be distressed by the lion.
All right, the zoo is called the Kamine Zoo, Kamine, Kamine Zoo in Hitachi City, Japan.
Good for them.
Whoever
What a
came
great
up with that
idea.
idea,
Yeah.
I'm thinking, what a great idea. And they just one pair of those torn tiger jeans went for $3,500. One pair. I think that's a
Yikes.
great way to do that.
I will still continue to distress my own jeans, but that's a great idea.
I think it's a great idea. Maybe Dakota Zoo could come up with something like that.
Yeah, that's
All
not
right.
a bad
And
idea.
then finally this morning, a new study out of England about friends, close friends, all right?
Like people that know everything about you and like you anyway.
everything, or maybe a little too much about you.
Right.
Okay.
It's the one who actually can get away with laughing at you in life's
Exactly.
awkward moments. Yes.
And according to this study, this is probably nothing new. You probably already suspected this already. First of all, men have a harder time having closer friends and making close friends than women.
Yeah, I can
Okay,
see
that's not a big shocker. But their study shows, and again, this is out of England, and researchers in the U.S. say, yeah, this is pretty accurate. 1 in 10 people has no close friends. None.
That makes me so sad.
1
Friends
out of
are
10.
so important. You have some close friends.
Well, it took a while, okay? Obviously, when I moved from Salt Lake, I had some close friends in Salt Lake City, moved here, moved up to Minot, no close friends, and I was only up there a year, and then came down here, and it took me a while.
And don't you agree that guys need guy friends?
They do.
Yeah.
Guys need guy friends, just as, women need women friends too.
And the oldest friends, I think, still tend to be the best friends. Not that you can't make a new friend, but it gets harder as you get older.
It does, as you get hard. Well, I guess, and I don't know if this is just a guy thing, but you have friends, you have acquaintances, but you keep them at a distance. They can only get so close.
Right.
And for them to get any closer, it takes a very special person.
Yeah, that's right. Like there's one of my closest friends, I pierced her ears when we were 13.
Yeah.
Very poorly,
You're
by the
still
way.
close.
Yeah, I think a
Despite the bad
a
piercing.
darning needle and an ice cube and a potato or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, she still loves me anyway. So you see, it's that kind of experience.
Well, the report goes on to say that it's even more important that once you make those friends after marriage,
Keep them.
keep them as couples.
Yeah.
Couples need couple friends.
They do, because otherwise who are you going to go out with? And because you don't want to have like if your best friend's husband doesn't get along with your husband, it's a problem.
Yeah.
It's a
And,
problem.
and one of the things that they point out in the report is you're sitting there at a dinner as a couple, a husband and wife, and another husband and wife. You look at your own wife, and she's engaging in conversation. You look at her and you remember what attracted you to her in the first place.
Because she's vivacious. And
She's vivacious, she's bubbly, she's carrying on a conversation. You look at her and you go,
And if you're not
Yeah.
getting along with the guy, then you guys are just looking at each other.
yeah.
So, what about those
that?
Cubs?
How about those Vikings? Yeah.
Well, coming up on North Dakota Today, putting the spark back in your relationship. We'll have some great ideas for you.
That's right. And later, how to deal with your damaged hair and prevent it in the first place. North Dakota Today is coming right back.